and I can't tell you too, to piggyback off this, guys, how many people over the last month have joined our program and they are students. They're PT students and they don't even have a license. And they are like, we just had one PT student. She literally just sold $4,000 to one lady online, all virtual sessions. One person. She made $4,000 in PT school. Would you guys have liked to make $4,000 PT school? I would have thought I'm a millionaire if I did that. I didn't have that option. It wasn't on the table. Now it is. Okay? And people want it because it's convenient and they get their problems solved over the internet. And they could pick now, whoever across state lines, they could pick the best of the best. And by the way, it's not the best of the best of like who's the best therapist, it's the best marketer. This is what most of us also don't understand. You have to be the most amazing marketer, not the best therapist. Okay? Most amazing marketer wins because then people know you. If they don't know you, they can't buy anything from you. You can't treat them or even help you if you don't know how to market. And then you have to know how to sell, meaning not an old car salesman. You have to know how you're actually going to get people to get out of their head and say you cost too much or I can't afford you or I don't have time or whatever. You have to know how to handle that objection. So you have to be really good at those two things. And that's what, as PelviBiz, we teach that stuff because we know if we can teach you that, y'all can handle all the stuff on the back end with coaching them and teaching them and all that. We have no doubt about that. But we know that the gap is where you guys struggle with the most is getting people to know who the heck you are across the whole freaking US and the world. Why not? I'm saying why not? Times have changed. You know? And I
Mm-hmm.
just think it's going to take a lot of switching of our brains to really understand what I just said because it honestly, I know I'm just really simplifying this, but it took me 3+ months every single day trying to figure out what is the best way to do this where y'all get more money, the patient has to pay less, and you also get your time back. It hits all three categories, and it's group coaching.
I do want to throw in this as well there, guys, that Kelly has been thinking about this for actively for 3 months, but has been in her brain for a very long time, all while having a clinic who did have 500 plus patients a month, four
Right.
plus therapists on board. So I know there's a lot of you who might not even be at that level, and take that in consideration. If someone who is at that level is making that much money, knows that things are shifting, that they can't make it and sustain that. For everyone who's saying, I'm okay right now, being solo, I'm comfortable, I have just enough, you won't have just enough in the next couple of months. That's what
Yep.
we're really trying to let you know, is that once that train passes, you're going to be struggling to get back onto it, and
Yep.
it's not going to be just enough. This just enough phase in healthcare is only going to last for a little bit longer because AI technology and speed is there. All of you can relate to Amazon, 2-day shipping. We want it now. And
Yep.
so take that into consideration, as well as it's not always going to be good enough.
Right. And people, to go off that, I think that's a brilliant point, Julia. To go off that, people are going to be losing their jobs because of AI, and people are not willing to pivot. And so they're just going to be left behind, which means there's going to be a massive market that then is going to still need therapy. Okay. But it's not at all. You guys think it's bad now. They're not at all going to be able to afford $250 a session or whatever you charge. So, how can you make it more affordable for them without making us crazy and us burnt out? The answer, like Julia said, she's right. I have been heavily in it for 3 months, but I've been thinking about this for a very long time. The only answer that I truly believe is group coaching. It hits all the boxes. I've racked my brain over and over and over and over again, and that's it. And so y'all got to know how to do it, and you got to know it's different. It's not what they're teaching you in the Con Ed classes. It's not what they're teaching you in school because they're teaching you all the best manual techniques in these Con Ed classes. It isn't that. You have to know how to coach, whether or not you're coding therapy or not. You have to coach, which means you got to ask the right questions. You have to actually know how to get people motivated to do the thing that you're asking them to do after the call, right? You have to have accountability. You have to have, like Julia said, community, because ultimately I all think that we're going to be really lonely behind our computer screens, and I believe community will win.